Let's look at what the Asian markets are doing this morning, and seems like a bit of a green start is what we are watching out for. The Hang Seng as well as the Taiwan index managing to hold on to very strong gains in today's trading session. Even Shanghai is holding on to 0.6% of gains. We have the ASX 200 that's a bit muted, so keep an eye out on that. Like you can see at the bottom of your screens, you have the indication coming in from our ticker team. GIFT Nifty is indicating a gap up start for the Indian markets. And do not forget that we've seen third straight week for the Indian markets managing to close in the green. This momentum seems like it's going to be continuing today as well. As of now, 0.8% of uptick is what the Nifty implied open is indicating. So that's something as a positive start that we're watching out for from the Indian markets as well. But we had a lot of overnight cues that came in, important earnings that came in over the weekends as well. So let's start with what is the cues in terms of the market that we're watching out for. We'll set you up for trade, stocks, as well as what's happening in the world of F&O. We have a team of research with us this morning. First up, let's go across to Vivek, who's joining us to tell us that important market cues that we should be keeping an eye out on. Good morning, Vivek, and happy Diwali to you as well.
Good morning, Winnie. Happy Diwali to you and all of our viewers. Well, we are starting this particular week on what is essentially a very strong note. It's a truncated week. Remember, we have 2 days where markets will be shut as well. And now, talking about the cues, overnight cues, US indices, all of the US indices on the back of positive commentary ended higher by 0.5%. And oil prices, despite the fact that they rose marginally on Friday, last week they ended with cuts of almost 2%. Brent now hovering near the $61.50 a barrel mark. Like you mentioned, Indian markets, last week ended the week with third straight week of gains, and the Nifty Bank, remember, that will remain in focus today. That continues to hover around record high levels. So what are the key cues to watch out for in today's trading session? Friday post-market hours, Reliance delivered a very strong set of results, so watch out for that particular name. Ultratech, slightly muted side, but the company has gone ahead and given a very strong capex guidance for the coming few years. Along with that, the entire Nifty Bank will be in focus. So many results: HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Indices, PNB, Yes Bank, RBL, as well as Federal, remember, will be in focus on the back of fundraising announcements as well. And along with that, quite a few other results from other sectors as well. So JSW Energy, CSE, Dixon, all of these stocks, remember, are in the F&O and expected to react to results. Like you mentioned at the start of the show, Asian markets, GIFT Nifty, all indicating a gap-up start for our markets this Diwali morning.
Absolutely, Vivek. Thank you so much for that. But let's go across to Sudarshan, who's going to tell us what's happening in the world of F&O. What should we be keeping an eye out on? Sudarshan, 25,700 is here now. What are the levels that we're keeping an eye out on?
Good morning, Winnie. It's a Diwali cheer across the board after a happy Friday. Now there is no Monday blues. Whatever cues that you can talk about, all the cues are indicating a positive start and the move for Nifty towards 26,000 almost after a year and a half. FI short covering has continued, and today, after a heavy weekend earnings that we have seen from all the major banking heavyweights, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, IndusInd Bank, and majority of them have reported earnings either they were in line or slightly better than estimates. And now also the cues that we are getting from global markets are looking largely positive, and on the back of that, we are seeing a big move coming in the GIFT Nifty. That's indicating a start of the gain of more than 200 points for Nifty. If we manage to do that and move towards 26,000, then next target comes around the record high of around 26,178. Now coming to the FI flows, both in the cash market as well as in the derivative markets, they have been forced to buy at the higher levels, and we have continued seeing that DIs continue to have been buying, and now FIs also have turned buyers. On the Friday in the cash market, they bought more than rupees 300 crore. DIs continue to buy. They have bought more than rupees 1,500 crore. In the index futures too, FIs have bought almost rupees 4,000 crore. And the important part is now FI long exposure has increased to 17% from the 14% level that we had seen on Friday. And on Friday, they have reduced short positions of more than 16,000 contracts. And not only they have done that, they have also added long positions of more than 4,000 contracts. And interesting data from the options market, the major activities that we have been seeing that have happened above 25,700 on Nifty. So on the call side, the most active one was 26,000, where we have seen addition of open interest of almost 55 lakh shares, and next active one was 25,900. On the put side, 25,700 and 25,800 were very active ones. So support would be Friday's intraday low, that was 25,500. It's very unlikely that we'll go to that level. So support would be around 25,600 to 25,650. First resistance would be 25,900. And if we manage to beat that comfortably, next resistance comes around 26,135. As far as Nifty Bank is concerned, it's been hitting the record highs continuously. So support 57,200 and resistance would be 58,000. One stock that remains in the band is the Saman Capital, and RBL Bank has entered just ahead of the deal with Emirates NBD on Friday. It has entered into the band. Two stocks that I'll keep an eye on. Asian Paints, that crude has moved lower and has been seeing short covering. So keep an eye on that stock. And another stock from the pharma pack, we have been seeing buying across the pharma names. But one stock that I'll keep an eye on is Sun Pharma.
Okay, Sudarshan, thank you so much for that, and happy Diwali to you. Markets are surely, like you said, Diwali cheer is what we're expecting. So thanks for that roundup coming in the world of FNO, sir.